In the sprawling heart of a city that pulsed unceasingly lived Elara. Her days were a quiet hum of routine, office screens, solitary park walks, and evenings lost in books. She was kind, but often felt like a lone star, her small acts swallowed by the city's tide. A quiet sorrow, a subtle yearning often settled in her chest. One crisp autumn evening, as sunset bled from orange to bruised purple, Elara was on her usual walk. The air, sharp with damp earth and car fumes, carried a faint, distressed whimper, easily lost amidst the city's roar. But Elara paused, her gaze sweeping the deepening shadows beneath a gnarled, ancient oak. There, huddled and trembling, was a small, scruffy dog. Its fur was matted with dirt, one paw lifted gingerly, a raw, angry wound visible. Its eyes, wide with terror and pain, pleaded silently. It was clearly abandoned. A profound sorrow tightened Elara's throat. Her first thought was a jolt of practicality. What would she do with a dog? Her apartment was compact, her life structured. A wave of frustration, almost anger, at the cruelty that led to this tightened her jaw. But then, a deeper, softer voice resonated. Compassion. This creature was suffering, utterly helpless. As if drawn by an unseen thread, Elara knelt. "Hey there, little one," she murmured, her voice soft. She extended a gentle hand. The dog flinched, then, sensing no threat, leaned into her touch. Its desperate whimper subsided into a shaky sigh of relief. A fragile sound that tugged at Elara's heartstrings. Suddenly, a calm, resonant voice drifted from the shadows. "A small act of kindness can cast a long shadow of light, young one." Elara looked up, startled. Standing by the oak, almost blending into its trunk, was an elderly monk. His robes, earthy brown, seemed to absorb the twilight. His face was a landscape of serene wrinkles, and his eyes, deep and knowing, held a gentle warmth. He offered a slight, knowing smile. "He needs help," Elara said, defensively, clutching the trembling dog closer. The monk nodded slowly. "Indeed, and in helping him, you help yourself. The threads of karma are intricately woven." He offered no further explanation, simply a peaceful gaze, before turning and disappearing as silently as he had appeared, leaving Elara with a sense of profound wonder. Elara carefully scooped up the lightweight bundle of fur. The dog, whom she named Whisper, was surprisingly light. She carried him home. His paw wound was deep. She cleaned it meticulously, the dog whimpering softly but not struggling. She shared her meager dinner, watching as Whisper devoured it with ravenous hunger and gratitude. Whisper, initially wary, soon curled up beside her, a warm, comforting presence in her usually silent apartment, filling a void she hadn't realized was there. Days bled into weeks. Elara found immense, unexpected joy in caring for Whisper. The little dog's unwavering affection, his playful nips and happy tail wags brought a lightness to her life. Her structured routine softened. She spent evenings researching dog care, saving extra money for good food and vet visits. Her solitary walks became longer, filled with the happy patter of four paws beside her. She wasn't just helping Whisper. Whisper was helping her, pulling her out of her quiet shell. Her pervasive sorrow began to recede, replaced by a quiet, burgeoning happiness. Years passed, deepening their bond. Whisper, now healthy and vibrant, was a beloved fixture in Elara's life. Elara herself had undergone a profound transformation. Her compassion, once a quiet flicker, had grown into a steady, unwavering flame. She began volunteering at a local animal shelter, her gentle demeanor a comfort to the frightened animals. She found herself smiling more, engaging with strangers, her heart open. Her loyalty to Whisper had expanded to all living beings. Then came the storm. One blustery afternoon, a violent gust of wind ripped through the park during their walk. A heavy branch snapped with a deafening crack and plummeted towards them. Elara screamed, pulling Whisper back, but the dog, startled, twisted free and bolted, a flash of brown fur disappearing into the swirling leaves and driving rain. "Whisper! No! Come back!" Elara's voice was raw with panic, swallowed by the wind's howl. Her heart hammered. Fear, cold and sharp, pierced through her. She ran, blindly, calling his name, her mind a whirlwind of terrifying possibilities. She searched for hours, soaked, her voice hoarse. The crushing sorrow that settled over her was heavier than any rain. As darkness fell, Elara stumbled back to the ancient oak tree, a desperate hope clinging to her. The wind had died, replaced by a chilling drizzle. The park was deserted. Just as despair threatened to consume her, a familiar, serene figure emerged from the shadows. It was the monk. "He is a safe, young one," the monk said, his voice a calm anchor. "He remembered your kindness. He sought refuge where he first found it." Elara looked, and there, nestled amongst the roots of the oak, shivering but unharmed, was Whisper. A wave of overwhelming relief, pure and unadulterated happiness, brought fresh tears to her eyes. She rushed forward, scooping Whisper into her arms, burying her face in his damp fur. He licked her cheek, a soft, reassuring gesture of loyalty. How did you know?" Elara whispered, looking at the monk. He smiled, a profound light in his eyes. "The threads, Elara. They connect us all. Your compassion for him, his loyalty to you. It is a bond stronger than any leash." He paused. "And sometimes, when the path is darkest, the universe reminds us of the light we have cast." With another silent nod, he faded back into the night. The next year brought an unexpected turn, a ripple effect of her deepening compassion. Elara's dedication to the animal shelter grew. Her gentle, unwavering care for the most frightened and neglected animals, coupled with her quiet advocacy, began to draw attention. She started organizing small, successful fundraisers, her passion inspiring others. The anger she once felt towards life's indifference had transformed into a fierce determination to make a difference. Then, one crisp spring morning, a significant opportunity arose. The director of a prominent citywide animal welfare organization, impressed by Elara's tireless efforts and the tangible results she achieved at the local shelter, offered her a key leadership position. It was a role that would give her the resources and platform to impact countless more lives. Elara's life changed dramatically, her days now filled with purpose beyond her wildest dreams. She remained grounded, her success fueled by the same gentle spirit that had led her to Whisper, her quiet satisfaction profound. One evening, at a bustling community fair, where Elara was speaking about the organization's mission, a woman approached her. The fairgrounds hummed with activity, but the woman's eyes, shining with unshed tears, held Elara's gaze. "Elara," she began, her voice trembling, "I don't know if you remember me, but your story, your work, it helped me through such a dark time. I was so lost, so alone, consumed by despair, and seeing your unwavering kindness reminded me that there's still good in the world." She looked back at the grateful woman, the raw emotion in her eyes. The threads of connection, often invisible, were now laid bare, shimmering in the bright lights of the fair. Her single act of kindness to a helpless creature had not only transformed her own life, bringing joy and profound purpose, but had, in an unforeseen way, touched another human soul, pulling her back from the very brink of despair. The karmic wheel, driven by pure compassion and the unwavering loyalty of a rescued soul, had indeed come full circle, bringing back not just recognition for her work, but the profound, humbling realization that every act of kindness, no matter how small, sends ripples of positive energy into the world, connecting us all in an unseen, unbreakable embrace. A deep, abiding happiness, a quiet triumph, settled within her, a warmth that radiated outwards. The city, once a place of indifference, now felt like a vast, interconnected web of life, where every gentle touch, every compassionate glance, truly mattered.